Afrobeats and news people, guys, I need to ask a question, right? As a celebrity, do you think that you're above the average citizens? And do you think that there are things that you can do and get away with? Let me know. Put your answers in the comment section down below, because I think the answer is quite obvious, right? As a celebrity, it doesn't matter your status, it doesn't matter how big you are, you're still just an average citizen. There's no way you're above any other person in society. But obviously, I think some celebrities out there, they don't feel that way. They tend to take the celebrity status as meaning that they're above certain norms and they're above certain things and they can do certain things and get away with. So that's why I feel like we have to address that as a society. Anyway, that actually brings me now to my story of the day, Duncan. Duncan was accused of assaulting a tank driver in Port Harcourt. Now, obviously, we know that there's two possibilities in this story, right? This story can be completely fabricated or false, or it can be true. I'm going to report this just trying to showcase what had happened, and I'm going to try to do it in such a way that I won't be too biased about the whole situation, because I know there's a chance that it might not be true. But according to reports, Duncan allegedly hit a tank driver's head with his traditional staff. Now, this is actually what the tank driver had to say. So according to the tank driver known as Mr. Okabam John, he is a water tank driver with Julius Berger. Of course, his tank number is B8751, and this event happened on Saturday the 21st of November 2020 at precisely 9:40 a.m. when he was on duty. Now, according to him, a private car was parked close to his water filling spot. He tried notifying the driver, who refused to wind down. He bent his head to talk with the driver. Surprisingly, it was Duncan, and before he could even explain, his head was struck by Duncan using a traditional staff, also called the elephant tusk, and the second strike was blocked with his hand. The driver himself didn't see how the artist Duncan drove up because blood covered his eyes at that moment. So Mr. Okabam John, the driver, narrated his incident after being discharged from the hospital. Now, the driver also went on to say that Duncan doesn't show up when he's publicly needed. Rather, he uses his VIP influence to undo his people. Celebrities should be celebrated by their positivity. Their influence shouldn't pose danger to the society. Rather, it should serve as a liberation to the people. And this is exactly what the driver is saying. Now, the driver is also calling on the management of Julius Berger, security agents, and human rights organizations for justice to be done in this case. And yeah, people, that's just what the driver had to say about the whole situation, and that's just a mini narration of what went down. So obviously, if you guys didn't get that, what happened was that, of course, the one and only Duncan was parked next to a tank driver's vehicle, and the tank driver, I guess, wanted to reverse and was trying to notify the driver of the vehicle behind him, but he couldn't get his attention. When he walked down from his vehicle, went to the driver of the vehicle behind him, he realized that it was Duncan. He didn't get a chance to explain before Duncan struck him in the head twice and left him bleeding and drove off. So that's just pretty much what happened. Now, of course, we know there's always two sides to the story. The tank driver just released his own version of the story. We don't know Duncan's side of the story. But if I focus just on the tank driver's side of the story, assuming it's true, you have here a celebrity at, in this instance, pretty much abusing his celebrity status and using that to oppress the common man or the average citizen. Now, for me, I feel that is completely terrible. That is wrong, especially for somebody of Duncan status. You know, this is one of the most highly celebrated artists coming out from the southern part of Nigeria. Top big time artist, and things like this, they also really showcase the best in him, because he's seen as a role model, and you can't afford to be doing things like this if you are a role model. Now, I'm saying all this assuming it is true, but if it's not, then we have a different story to talk about. Then we have to talk about the fact that sometimes people just come up online and they put out certain messages all in the name of trying to trend or trying to gain the public attention by using celebrities' name and coming up with a lot of stories. Now, these things happen, people. Don't think that people don't do that. There are people out there that actually take their time to just fabricate stories about celebrities and put it out on social media just because they want attention, they want trend, they want to trend. So I am not completely ruling that. But right now, I'm considering the driver's side of the story, because it seems like the driver in this case was hot, and the picture that he put up here is a terrible sight to see. You have the guy's head that was busted open, and you see how they had to patch the head completely, and of course you see that his hand was also affected because his hand received one of the blows. It's just terrible. If Duncan actually did this, he should be investigated. People should, the police should actually come and take charge and find out exactly what went down and just serve justice in this case, because I think nobody should be above the law. If it was an average citizen or an average person in society that did this, he would not be allowed to go scot-free. He would face the repercussion. The full arm of the law would be upon him. So that shouldn't be just for an average person out there. Certain people shouldn't just feel like they're above the law, that they can do things and get away with, especially for celebrities as renowned as Duncan. So that's just what I feel about the whole situation. Guys, tell me what you think about this thing. Do you think that Duncan is on the wrong here for doing such a thing if he actually did happen? Or do you think that he has a right to assault people based on the fact that he's a celebrity and based on the fact that he's who he is? But tell me, guys, what do you think about this whole situation? It seems very, very unreal that Duncan would actually do the kind of stuff. But yeah, who knows? Anyway, guys, that's all I have for you guys today. Don't forget to like and subscribe so as to not post notification. I'm out for now. Peace.